I've made far more than 100 plasma donations, and I think I did it too long. And it's not for reasons a lot of people would think are common in terms of like I got sick or it was bad for my health. None of those. But I think in the grand scheme of why I was doing plasma, I got caught up in the game of plasma versus the overall end goal and purpose of why I was doing plasma. I'm a big fan of side hustles, and in fact here actually, so this is the plasma portfolio. If you've not seen or heard anything about this before, the plasma portfolio was my gaming experiment on seeing just how much money I could create income, side hustle by donating my plasma. I had heard lots of parents, friends that did it in college and such, and I was curious if it was actually a thing. I feel like a lot of people had heard that or just donating your plasma in college, or again, I feel like a lot of people have heard stories like that. I just wanted to test it out. Google the plasma donation center near me, went and got hooked. It was easily the most productive side hustle I had had for 4 hours a week of my time, where I was generating multiple hundreds of dollars, and I was sitting in a chair reading a book, answering emails, or watching a video or something like that. It was as passive as I think passive like could have ever felt for like income. Fast forward, and I've been in my role, I've been in my role since 2022. What is my, I would say, main thing now, my job, and plasma started in 2021. And the purpose of plasma again was to see how much I could generate over my lifetime in plasma. And the game of, I built these goals, which was the last video, as far as could I generate $10 a month or $120 a year, and then with that to eventually pay for drinks. Later than that would be phone bill for the year, an internet subscription to Netflix or whatever, and then going up to more significant things like electricity. Could I pay for my electricity all simply from plasma, and by it being in this dividend portfolio, the like recurring income or revenue from it. And the game was fun. And what I am making this video really to recognize is that I recognized too late that my side hustle, I did it too long. And I was not focusing on developing a better skill in my job to actually make the main thing and have a better return on my investment of my time. I would categorize my 20s as spending far too much time, I think, focusing on a financial defense versus a financial offense. And I got hurts, habits, and hang-ups from childhood for that. But I was focusing way too much on saving a dollar versus providing value, genuinely loving and serving, and again, providing more value to make a dollar instead. And in my current role, I'm 100% commission. So therefore, the better I love and serve people, the more there is to make and provide for my family. The more lazy or apathetic and less energy I generate, then the less there is to provide for my family. Plasma, I was building my schedule around plasma. I had my pregame for plasma in terms of what I had to eat, obviously staying hydrated, which was all good things, but the time investment it took to focus around plasma, I recognized probably middle of last year that it was too long, and I had seen some cool wins in my current role just to recognize that the side hustle, I think, went on too long. Maybe you're in a side hustle, and I'm a big fan of side hustles, and if you find that the side hustle is bleeding over or taking more focus, time, and energy than what your main thing can do and provide. For me, I got caught up in the game. I got caught up in the game of the side hustle and plasma and the experiment in like playing the game of life with plasma. Maybe your side hustle needs to die so that your main focus and the skill and value that you add can thrive. And therefore, again, the purpose of plasma was to create this income source and accomplish these goals. But the real goal was to accomplish and do those goals in terms of our financial future. And plasma was not the best vehicle to do that. I recognized that too late. Maybe you can recognize it sooner.